Hello everyone, it's Peta, your personal face exercise coach from FACEROBICS. Today I have a video for you about question and answers, and these are questions that are generated from people from the videos that I've made. Now I wanted to do this because I actually do this in the gym, but in the gym it's a webinar and you can actually come up on the webinar as well and show me if you've got questions about are you doing this right, are you doing that right. It's sort of like a mini Skype session in the gym, and it's fantastic, and the value for that is just amazing because you can do that every week and over for any questions that you might have. So I've got this idea from doing this for you guys, but it really is much better in the gym when we're doing weekly webinars, because you can put your questions up in the Facebook page and then I will answer them. But anyway, that's just thought I'd let you know. Also, the other thing I wanted to say to you is please do remember to subscribe and like the channel, because it's in doing that when you subscribe to the channel is that you get all these great updates and all the information that you need to know about the program. Now, subscribing to this channel on YouTube is free, so you don't have to worry about paying anything. Just remember to hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, and that way you'll be notified that an update has happened. So the subscribe button is, I always get this mixed up, I think it's down that side. Oh, wait, there it is, it's down there. So if you hit that and subscribe to the channel, then you will be able to learn how to have anti-aging at your fingertips, and it won't really cost you a cent because this is a free channel. Okay, so the first question I got was from a lady who wanted to know about why her face aches. So this is Jane, and she says, "Hi Peter and everyone that follows. My face aches after exercise, the masseter muscle, the masseter, yeah, for 24 hours. Does this constitute I'm overdoing it? I'm only doing it once a day, 5 days a week, as instructed. I'm unsure if the aching is good or bad." Okay, so that's a really good question, Jane, and a lot of people do ask me this question. This area is a the muscles are very strong. So when you work them out, it does actually ache quite a lot. Now, I'm not sure it should ache for 24 hours because then it's aching all the time actually when you get back to your exercises. But it does ache when you're actually doing it. When you finish doing it, the feeling you should be having is a real energized feeling, like your face is really tingly and energized. But if it is aching a little bit around this area when you're doing the exercise, yes, that means that you're actually working it. But I think if it's going on for 24 hours, I think that you might be pushing it too hard. It doesn't appear by what you say that you're overdoing it, but it might be you're pushing it a little bit too hard. So maybe just to experiment, just back off of doing it so hard and it might work. But remember everybody, if it's achy while you're doing the exercises, but it should not ache after. You should have an energized feeling, like you're really energized and your muscles should be feeling really firm. So Arnhem, the next person who's asked, "I'm new to face aerobics. I have an asymmetrical face and droopy left eye, and I wanted to know what the chances are of me improving my face symmetry and eye if I start facial exercises." All right, so this is a really important question, and a lot of people do ask me about face symmetry. With facial exercises, you can fix up facial asymmetry on your face. I do have a video here, and it's about how to fix up, it's a technique on how to do the exercises and how to even your face while you're doing it. Now, absolutely yes, your face will go back to normal. If you've got a droopy eye, or if you've got a droopy, one side droops a bit, yes, your face will come back to a normal, even state. But I do want to say to everybody that everybody's face does droop a little bit on one side. So if you had a mirror and you place that mirror for this side of your face and mirrored it, you probably wouldn't look, you would look like you do now, but you probably would look a little bit different because each side of our face is actually different. And this is the way that our face develops. It's the way we develop in the womb. It's from a lot of things, but everybody's face is the same. It's not perfectly even on either side. It does make your face look more even. Okay, so here's someone from his name is Dan Duncan. He's written, "Hi Peter, I have completed series 1 and I'm loving the results from that. So amazing, thank you so much. The cheek exercise from series 1 were hard, but I eventually figured out how to do it. There is definitely a moment when it clicks and you can feel the muscles doing the right thing. On series 2, I'm figuring out all the exercises except one. I really cannot find the lip movement on what activates the cheek muscles. I press hard enough at the corner of my lips, but it hurts. Am I pressing too hard? More importantly though, do you have any other videos on this exercise? I have watched this one again and again and again, and I've been trying for weeks to figure it out, but I just haven't been able to. Thanks again for what you're doing and offering. Your work is phenomenal and you are living proof." Well, thanks so much, Dan. Okay, yes, now a lot of people ask me about this exercise. This is why I say to people you need to be doing these exercises laying down, because this exercise works better when you're laying down. Now I'm going to get Dorian and I'm going to show you what I mean about how the muscles move from around the lips, because I do talk about this in that video. So here's this big muscle called the orbicularis oris, and all of the muscles are attached. The lower part of your face, all of the muscles are attached to this. The muscles that lift the cheeks, the muscles that help you smile, and the muscles that pull down here on your chin. So all of the muscles at the lower level of your face are all attached to this big muscle here. Now, when you isolate it, what you're doing is actually isolating this corner here and the corners of your lips. Now, I've said in that video that's a very dangerous area, because if you do not isolate it properly, you will create more wrinkles and you will get divots in here. So with this exercise, what you need to do is you purse your lips, okay? But when you purse your lips, you have to squeeze all of the cheeks. Now this is from here. You don't squeeze up and wrinkle this area. You actually squeeze the cheeks and you squeeze this area here. So you're squeezing the platysma as well. So you watch me do it. Now I'm putting my head back because this exercise works much better when you're laying down, okay? So notice where my fingers are on either side of my face. And notice how the cheek muscles are squeezing up. Now the main thing you've got to realise is I'm not doing, you watch this area here, I'm not doing this. Okay? I'm focusing and so I'm using the muscles that come across here, I'm using the muscles that come out here, and I'm using the muscles that come down here. And I'm also squeezing these muscles here. I'm not squeezing the upper, and I'm not squeezing my eyes, okay? So what you try to do is you try to isolate these muscles here. And this is the thing that's very different and unique about this program that no other program has, is that we are learning to isolate muscles, different muscles on our face. And by pressing and planting in one area, you can stop muscles from moving that would normally move with that muscle. So this is what we're doing here. Now, if you're finding it hard to, a trick is just try to squeeze this area here, the platysma, and that will help squeeze the rest of the face here with the cheeks. It's a very good exercise, that one, a very comfortable exercise once you get it. And the feeling you have when you get this exercise is it moves up and down the bones. It's a really warm feeling, really comforting feeling, this exercise. So Dan, I hope that really helps you, and I'm going to refer this video to you on this comment for you. Okay, there's another lady called Molly Dog. Hi Peter, for some reason this exercise is causing wrinkles in the above area of the outer edge of my brows. Should I anchor that area more firmly, or do you have any suggestions on stopping this effect? Now this exercise is the eye exercise, this one here. Now what I find is a lot of people say this to me as well, and I was thinking about how to answer this question today when I was putting my makeup on. And I was looking at my own forehead to see what I've done with my own forehead and what's happened to my forehead by doing this exercise. So basically what I want to say to you is that there's a number of factors that happen with this exercise. First, you might have sagging skin. So if you have sagging skin and you place your fingers on your brows and you're pushing up just a little bit, yes, it's going to wrinkle as you're pushing up. But it's only wrinkling because you're pushing up. It's not wrinkling and staying permanent. Okay, that's the difference. It's only wrinkled because there's excess skin there. It's like the turkey neck exercise, this one. You're pulling up the skin, and yes, there's going to be excess skin there because we're pulling the skin up and it's going to be bunching up. It's the same here with these exercises. Any of the exercises that I have that have this exercise, I have different ones that are subtly different. It will, in some ways, push the skin up. But what happens is it's not permanent because you're always doing forehead exercises. So this is why I say to you, why a full face exercise has to be done. Because if you were just doing that exercise and that's all you were doing and you were pushing the wrinkles there constantly, you could possibly cause wrinkles, of course. But because you're doing forehead exercises and you're smoothing that area out, it's not going to cause wrinkles. What I would suggest to you, Molly Dog, is to, yes, press and plant a bit firmer onto your face and don't push up so far. It's just a very subtle movement, pushing up. It's not pushing right up. So I would suggest that, again, the press and plant technique, and press a little bit firmer to isolate those muscles, and so you don't have to push up and make that effect. But I do want to say to you that you won't get the wrinkles, because if you did, I mean, if it did, I would have them. And I don't have them, and I do the exercises all the time. And as I keep saying to everybody, I'm no different to anybody else. My face and skin, I've told people I've been a smoker for many years of my life. I don't smoke cigarettes now, but I have smoked for many years, like 36 odd years of my life. That's what I want to say to you. I am no different to anybody else. My skin is no different to anyone else's, okay? So, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Just go ahead, press plant, don't push up too hard, and you won't get continuous wrinkles if you are doing a full face routine like I instruct people to do. So that's a really good question, Molly Dog. Okay, we've got another one here, Andrea. I've been doing these exercises now for 3 weeks, so I'm on level 2 now, so she'd be on level 2 for the first week. I see in an updated video that you are doing a cheek lifter a different way, but I think the old way is easier to figure it out. Is it okay to do the old way and not the updated way? Why did you change it? Also, I still feel unsure on most of the exercises and am worried. I have watched a lot of the instructions and given outside the specific workout videos, but I feel so unsure about how to heavily plant my fingers and how far to stretch my mouth, for example. In the cheek lifter video, I just hope I'm doing them all right. Yeah, I do understand that there is an element of, if you're not doing it right, it could cause more wrinkles, but I guess what I need to say to you about this is that the first thing is, when I talk about doing the exercises and doing the program, there's 2 parts to it. There's the actual program where you need to do the exercises for 50 reps for 2 weeks, 100 reps for 2 weeks, 150 reps for 2 weeks, and then you go to a new series. That's the first part of the program. That's the part that keeps the facial exercises vital and makes the whole thing work. But then there are the exercises that you have to apply to the program. So when I say you've got to work the program properly, that's what I mean. You have to actually do the program the way that I've taught it. 50, 100, 150 repetitions, change to a new routine. Go back to 50 to get your rest happening, but also to get used to the new exercises again, and then go to 100 and then go to 150. Because when you're doing 150 exercises, that is a lot. That's a whole heap of repetitions, and you have to build to them to get to the point where your facial muscles are used to it. So that's the first side of it. But when you say that you worry about doing the exercises, look, honestly, I give so much prolific instruction on how to do the exercises, and you mustn't worry too much. You just listen to what I'm saying and dive in and do it. You'll know if you're pressing too hard. If you're pressing so hard that it's denting your face, you are pressing too hard. If you are pressing to the point where you are pressing and then your face looks a little bit like, a bit of white there or whatever, it's not so bad. You will know whether you are pressing too hard. It's very hard for me to show you on video because I can't touch you and show you how hard to press it. So you just have to work it until you realize that if you are pressing so hard that you're denting and making dents in your face, well, yeah, obviously you're pressing too hard, okay? So that's the first thing. But the other question was, I do different videos. Yeah. No, it's okay, Andrea, if you do the whatever video you do, if I've updated it, you do the one that's easier. And the reason why I updated that video is a lot of people couldn't even get that video that you think is easy, which is, you know, it's just different people. So I had to change it slightly so people could do the exercise the same way, you know, to have the same effect but in a different way that was easier for people. And some people find the first one easier, other people find the second. So if I have done updates, it's your choice as to what's comfortable for you to do those exercises, okay? So that's fine. So just don't worry. Another thing you might want to do is join the gym. Look, if you join a yearly gym, it's like US dollars, about $110 a year. I mean, it's absolutely ludicrous how much it is. So, and that's as at today. So, I mean, if you're really getting worried about it, just join the gym and join the weekly webinar and go ahead and come and ask me in the videos, and you can show me what you're doing and I can see it. So that might be another option for you. Just, you know, if you're finding it difficult to understand it, that you've got some options. Obviously, ask the question on YouTube, and if I can get to you, I will. Or join the gym, US dollars 110 a year, absolutely like nothing. And with the value that you get out of the gym, I mean, you know, like if you get a seminar, a webinar every week that you can talk to me and show me if you're doing something wrong, mate, $110 a year is nothing, you know, for what you get out of that. Or have a Skype session, and I can, you know, talk with you for an hour, go over your concerns, and we can go from there. Just go and watch the various videos that I've done, and you will pick up little things that you might not have heard before. And like, what's his name here? Like Dan, he said that he'd watched it over and over. Maybe just stop watching it for a bit and then go away and do something else and come back the next few days and watch it again, and you might pick something else up. Alright guys, in the beginning I said please do remember to subscribe to the channel. I hope you do. And also I do have a Instagram account called FACEROBICS. Please do follow me on Instagram, because that's where you'll find about my personal life, about life around the farm, because my life on YouTube is very different to what you might think in my normal life. So I use my Instagram account to show everybody what life is like and to invite you into my home. And also do please consider to join the gym. Here is a link to the gym. It's the FACEROBICS Face Exercise Gym, where you can learn. It's a premium site where you get to have all the information about face aerobics. There are new face aerobics exercise along with me videos, and there's all sorts of other things in there that really is a lot of fun. And also you can join the private members gym page when you do actually join the gym. So there's something else. Alright guys, well you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you next time. Bye.